So Roach gets this assignment of having Toka Kahn Clary go up against one of the best young stars in the sport. Tim Bradley, you've described Shakur as having unsurpassed ring concentration, positioning, and that he seems to have a built-in radar system to elude offense. That radar system typically manifests itself very early on. What can Toka do to penetrate that warning system?
Well, Toka, we call him a cutie. You know, he's a boxing type counterpuncher. Has some good hand speed. Not a whole lot of pop on his shots, but he has experience. He can make things difficult for Shakur. He gives different looks in the front. You see he got a little good defense. He can make Shakur tentative at times to kind of limit his offense.
And both fighters have to adjust to facing another lefty, which is somewhat rare for left-handers to see another lefty. They're typically used to seeing right-handed fighters.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Shakur get hit more in this fight than any other fight. You know, southpaws, like you said, Dre, are not used to fighting other southpaws. They're used to eluding shots from a right-hander. So they have a tendency of moving towards that left hand, the power hand.
Shakur had some early success to the body moments ago. And now a short left hand on the inside. Oh, and he sends him back with a southpaw jab. Stevenson, accuracy. Look at this. And then sneaks a left hand to the body in the midst of that three-punch combination.
It's always the ideal situation is to get some respect early if you're a fighter. If nothing else, buzz the opponent. That allows you to settle down and implement the game plan that you want to implement.
Well, the game plan is simple for Shakur Stevenson. It's just press forward. Toka Kahn, he can't fight going backwards. You know, he does well when he comes forward and beat his boss. But when he's going backwards, that's what you see. Hands up and target practice for Shakur Stevenson.
There's been effective body work here in this first round from Shakur. Another left hand to the body. Effective with the jab. Useful left hands to the body. A very strong start. Round number one, Shakur. We are appreciating the work so far of Shakur Stevenson through 2 rounds. Through 2 rounds, Shakur Stevenson has landed 48% of his body punches. He has landed 13 body punches. He is overall 27 of 85. 23 of those 27 are power connects. Toka Kahn Clary is 13 of 94. Landing only 14% of his punches thrown at the elusive Stevenson.
That's the punch that Clary has to continue to throw, is the right jab. But he starts to become enamored with Shakur Stevenson's offense instead of trying to focus on his. He's got to keep that jab going. That jab will allow him to land some other shots.
And then he needs to counterpunch it more often. You know, Clary, he's throwing one shot at a time. Come back with combinations. You know, when you're getting hit with shots, man, you got to hit the man back. Hit him back. Just don't take it.
Bernardo, what is Freddie Roach saying in the corner of Toka Kahn Clary?
Exactly what you would expect from a Freddie Roach corner. He said Toka's got to be first. I mean, he's feeling his power because he's allowing Shakur to get off first. What he needs to do is walk to him.
That's exactly right.
Go spinning. No turn.
Walk to him, be aggressive. Turn it into a dogfight.
It's like if a guy is going to get you and stop you or hurt you, why not try to get your offense off in the meantime? In other words, if you get me, I'm not going to make it easy for you. But those are the kind of discouraging shots that keep Clary with his hands in his pockets and discourages him from throwing because he gets disciplined every time he gets off. but Clary's got to be willing to answer even those shots that Shakur throws. But his mind has got to be in the right place. Right now, he's conceding more than he should be.
Stevenson's so good with that range, isn't he?
He is. He's great. You know, that's what makes Stevenson. You know, he can fight at any range. 1, 2, he's always in control and concentration. That's what it takes to be able to use that skill. And at this level and at this pace, you know, you got to have supreme concentration. He sees everything coming inside that ring.
Won a title at 126 pounds in his 13th pro fight. Vacates that championship now at 130 pounds, and things are clearly lined up if he gets through tonight to claim upwards of 2 titles in the next calendar year. Off of the 3-month absence in the midst of the pandemic, he was the first headliner here at the MGM Grand in the COVID-safe bubble. And now it is Shakur Stevenson who's the headliner for the end of the year spectacular we've been enjoying. The total punches through 3 rounds, 42-20 connect advantage for Shakur Stevenson. And of those 42, 18 of them are to the body. 18 body connects.
If I'm in Toka Kahn Clary's corner, I'm telling him, forget about the head, son. You're not going to hit his head. Go down to the man's body. That's what you need to do. Attack his body. Hit something. Hit him on the arms. I don't care where you hit him. You just need to hit him. Let your hands go.
So that combination moments ago from Stevenson. Kahn Clary covers up for a moment. Stevenson lets the hands go.
Only problem with that body attack, Tim, is when Clary hits Shakur to the body, it reminds Shakur to hit Clary to the body.
Yeah, we
might not be a good idea.
We could be copycats, bro.
Work out. Don't hold. Work out. Work out. Work out. Stop.
If you're Clary, you gotta sell out a little bit more. He told us about his daughter and wanting to make a better life for her. These are the moments and times you got to remember what your motivation is, and sometimes that'll be the difference and help you get by. And if you're Stevenson, keep doing what you're doing. Don't load up on the shots. Place them in the right spot. Eventually, they're going to continue to take a toll.
See, what I like about Stevenson, see, look at he's actually mid-range and almost close inside the pocket. Then he fades out, gets out, then he comes back with offense, then he gets back in, always pressing on the gas. You know, that's frustrating. That's frustrating when you have a guy right in front of you and you can't hit him, Drake.
Yeah.
Very frustrating. Look at that.
4-punch combination. Stevenson's so comfortable, and that left hand to the body consistently working.
You know, straight left to the body test, those are deposits. And those are going to be there when he needs them if this fight continues on in these later rounds. When he goes to that ATM and hits return, it's going to be there. He's doing what he's got to do, making the investment downstairs.
I already see the wear and tear already in Clary. Already. Stationary in front. Not really using his legs at all to get out of range. There to be hit.
You know, if you missed it earlier, we came off that thriller in the SEC between LSU and Florida right into the thriller in the ring. Edgar Berlanga, the guy who came in tonight with 15 straight first-round knockouts. We'll show you how he got to number 16 in a moment. Brooklyn, who's 16-0 with 16 first-round knockouts, watching the recent champ from Newark, New Jersey, Shakur Stevenson, who is determined to now become a 2-division world champion at 14-0 in there against Toka Kahn Clary. Complete control as we start this 5th round. Saw that 5-punch combination, Timmy, in that last round.
Yeah, you see the earmuffs on, the Olympic-style defense coming from Clary. What do? You come around the guard, you come underneath it. That's what the young man is doing. He's taking every opportunity that Clary is giving him. Standing in front, okay, well, I'm going to beat on you. Easy work right there for Shakur Stevenson.
Now, at a certain point for Clary, it's a mindset. Like, are you okay getting hit with a 5-piece like that and not answering what Shakur Stevenson just hit you with? At some point, it's a mindset. It's not about game plan or anything like that. You get hit, do something about it.
wrapping that left hand around upstairs that time.
Work out. Stop. Watch the holding. Okay. Oh, you hitting the hook? Okay, here we go.
Like that. If you get hit with a three-piece, your mind should be, how can I get that back?
Work out.
Not how can I defend myself.
Man, when I used to get hit, Dre, I had to get it back like now. You know what I mean? I would get hit, buzz, boom. I got to get it right back. I would get more aggressive when I get hit.
And it would be one thing if Clary didn't have a good offense or didn't have a decent amount of skill. He's got a good skill set and he's got good offense. He just has to let his hands go. Shakur Stevenson is not only out-skilling him,
he's getting outclassed,
but he's also out-wheeling him right now.
Work out.
Clary's getting outclassed.
Stop.
Everybody Shakur Stevenson has been in with so far in his career has been outclassed. Next year, things are going to be very different. He is going to fight for titles in this new division at 130 pounds, assuming he gets through the. He has already told us that he plans on becoming the WBO champion. He's #1 contender there. Frampton and Herring are going to be fighting soon enough. Then he wants the winner of Burchelt and Valdez, the WBC championship at 130 pounds.
Work out. Bring him up.
You keep going down the list, you keep asking for more names, he'll tell you. Jojo Diaz, Tank Davis, Vasily Lomachenko. It is going to be a fascinating next few years for Shakur Stevenson if it all lines up. Vegas, Shakur Stevenson in complete control, trying to move his mark to 15-0. Want to remind you that Stan and Neil will have Sports Center from LA as soon as we conclude things here in Vegas with top-ranked boxing. Wild day in college football. They'll have what could be the all-time craziest ending in college football. We had a thriller just before we came on air here with #6 Florida being upset by LSU. Hope you're enjoying things here from Vegas. Been a wildly entertaining night. This will round out our coverage of boxing in 2020, and then, as has been discussed, we should be in store for mega fights in 21, including Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. The negotiations underway to have an undisputed heavyweight championship fight.
Another problem for Clary is Shakur is not slowing down. He's picking up steam. He's got Clary timed. He's gauged the distance, and he can get off and land anything that he wants right now to the head and to the body. It's a matter of time before that one shot, the one that gets the reaction from Clary, gets through.
Boy, he can generate power in short space, can he?
This is just so beautiful to watch, honestly. He's doing everything right. Shorten his shots when he gets in the inside. Not pulling straight back like we see most fighters do. You know, no wasted movement from Shakur Stevenson. Everything has a purpose.
You know, I think sometimes when people see a fight like this, that, you know, they're yelling at their TV, do something. Clary would love to do something if he could.
If he could.
It gets to a point, Joe, where a fighter no longer wants to win. They're just trying to survive. And I understand that self-preservation takes over when you're facing a guy like this.
You know what happens with fights like this when you have a guy that's landing thudding shots like that over and over and over again, and the guy doesn't go anywhere, he doesn't wobble, doesn't do anything? A brain bleed can start. This is the way. This is what happens. Yes.
You hate to go down that path. We have not seen any cause for concern with Toka Kahn Clary, but I understand your point of when we have seen fighters who have suffered extreme damage, it's because of continuously taking shot after shot.
If I'm in Clary's corner, I would stop this
because of the hopelessness.
I would stop it.
Because you've come to the point where you realize nothing's going to change.
Nothing's going to change. You're not going to get any stronger. You're not going to get any better. You're weakening every single round. You're getting hit more and more. Stop the match.
Or stop the fight in the corner. This young man is a fighter. He's fought for most of his life and give him an opportunity to try to make something happen in these 2 rounds.
Oh, he gonna try to make something happen? Don't have the punching power, getting beat up.
I hear you.
Getting everything taken away from him, just taking nothing but leather. Come on, stop the match,
Negative
man.
Nancy. Come on, Timmy.
No, what you mean negative Nancy? He don't have a chance.
Look,
he's not gonna land anything.
We see what Shakur is doing. It's clear to see, but this kid is also a fighter. He's a full-time fighter. Let him finish the fight.
And sometimes you don't need to see anything drastic happen before you stop a match.
Well, let me pose this to you, gentlemen. The person who normally works with him, who's able to assess him day in and day out, who knows what he's capable of, what his punch resistance is, what he can withstand, how he should look, is not with him. Hector Bermudez, his trainer, tested positive for COVID, so he's not allowed to be here in the bubble. Freddie Roach, who has seen it all in the business, is the Hall of Fame trainer, most famed with working with Manny Pacquiao. He's seen it all, but he doesn't work with Toka Kahn Clary. He's a late replacement trainer.
For me, it don't matter. Trainer or no trainer. When a fight break out, you're going to fight. You know, if you get in a street fight, let's just say that. You going to be looking for your trainer? No.
No, but I'm saying in terms of assessing what he knows his guy to be and if they should pull the plug.
Roach has worked with Clary before. He has worked with him before. Nice jab right
halfway through round 9.
It's kind of ironic, Tim, who never took a backward step, is talking about a fight stopping.
Exactly, a guy who was in the fight of the year.
But I ain't got a whooping like this. I ain't never get a whooping like this.
Oh man, Timmy.
Bro, come on. When have I ever got a whooping like this?
And if you're Stevenson, you want to get this knockout. You want to try to find a way to get a shot through, be it to the head or to the body. Got a little over a round to try to make that happen.
Another 3-punch combination from Stevenson.
He talking to his trainer. I did.
That's the level of comfort and control.
My goodness.
And now right hand digs to the body. 1 round to go here with Shakur Stevenson and Toka Kahn Clary. 10th and final round here from Vegas. Complete domination for Shakur Stevenson. A 10-round fight. Of course, he was recently a world champion at 126 pounds. Vacated that belt because he wants to move up here to the 130-pound division to become a 2-division world champion.
Let me make something clear.
Please.
I'm not asking Clary to quit. No, I'm not asking Clary to quit. I'm saying, Freddie Roach, step in there and save your man. That's what I'm asking. I don't want to confuse anybody.
Dominating performance from Stevenson. 139 punches landed to 46. I mean, that's the average we talked about, right? 4-point-something punches landed per round against Stevenson. Just absurd number.
Yes, it is.
He hits you, you don't hit him. Sky's the limit for this young man, isn't it? And he's in what is, interestingly, the lower weight classes. It's a new golden era. I mean, we know how loaded 135 pounds is. The division he's now in, 130 pounds. What he just came from at 126. Much of the attention of the sport are in these lower weight classes with young, talented, rising stars, a mix of some veterans. 5 pounds north of here, we just saw a 23-year-old from New York become an undisputed world champion in Teofimo Lopez.
Ooh, nice right.
Short
nice
left hand by Stevenson does damage.
Got his attention.
Right there on the temple.
And you see him trying to reach out and hold right now.
He's still hurt.
He is. Toka Kahn Clary is not on stable legs after that left hand. And another one comes in from Shakur.
Hit him in the same spot, Tess.
Don't complicate it, okay? There we go.
Credit to Clary. He's tough.
He is.
Very, very tough.
He's been through much in life.
He's been in survival mode since round 2.
That's okay, Tim, but he could have packed it in, and he didn't.
That's why things are difficult for Shakur Stevenson to get the knockout. He got to try to create it. And that's what he's trying to do.
I'm not a guy who writes guys off because they get outclassed. I respect what I'm seeing here. He obviously he's dealing with one of the best 130-pounders in the world right now. And he could have packed it in and said my shoulder hurt and, you know, my foot hurt. We've seen that happen time and time again. He fought his way through and he finished the fight. Respect to him.
Respect. That he did, Dre.
This was a 9% is all Toka Kahn Clary was able to hit Shakur.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside MGM Grand, scorecards for the official decision. All 3 judges at ringside turn in identical scores of 100 to 90. For your winner by unanimous decision, Shakur Stevenson!